Chair recognizes the Honourable the Minister of Transportation and Works.
Delivered it. I delivered.
For the senior citizen in the group, which I'm proudly to represent all senior citizens in the province, I'm still on my feet and I'm still moving, so it's a good sign.
The only senior citizen in the House.
That's what I just said. That's what I said. As the only senior citizen, true senior citizen in the House, it's my real pleasure to be able to speak at 4:06 in the morning with Energy Plus and ready to go and start vigor. Mr. Chair, I just want to really, I guess, say a big thank you to the opposition for the filibuster, because this is really giving us an opportunity, and is really giving us an opportunity to get our message out, and I just want to read an email, because I think it's important. And I know the other day we've had, and you know, we've all admitted we've had some communication challenges, and I won't get into the reasons why we probably had some communication challenges on this side. But the more opportunity that we've had to talk, and the more opportunity we've had to stand, we're getting the message out. And I just want to read this email I just received, and of course I respond to my emails. If the email is sent to me directly, I try. I can't say I've responded to every single one of them, because always, you know, when you ever put that out there, because we're always told not to say all, because you may have somehow missed one. And so for the most part, I respond to my emails, contrary to what some of the opposition members kind of think, that we never ever respond to emails. I do. Same here. And this is another response I got, and this is from a gentleman who said, "Thank you for responding to my email. I don't consider myself any sort of expert in politics. However, I do consider myself a reasonably intelligent person. As I watched the House of Assembly until 3 a.m. this morning, and again all day today, which was yesterday, and at the present time, I am fascinated by how all this works. And I have to admit, up until I began watching this House session, I totally disagreed with your government's budget.
Here, here.
One thing you were not doing was explaining why you felt this type of budget was your only option. Just saying that we are in a financial mess is not enough. Then, your government members were silent, and we take we take that certainly as a criticism, and we accept that. Your government members were silent. We probably were too silent. It is only now that I am actually hearing from some of your government members. Finally, and that's why I want to thank the members opposite for giving us an opportunity to get up here day after day after day, continually to speak. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful giving this opportunity. Finally, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Finally, some of my questions were answered, and I thank the House for this. However, like many Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, your government is going too far with your cuts. We accept criticism too. That's not an issue. But we've got to get the truth out there. The government traveled throughout the province and spoke to the people about some tough times ahead, and we did agree with some increased taxes. But we did not agree with was for you to tax us in the way you have. Too much at one time, and I think we've heard that too much, too quick before. And so this is part, so I don't mind including good parts in the emails as well as the bad parts. And so this gave me another opportunity this morning to go back to this gentleman and says, I understand fully. I understand fully. I have said it many, many times. I'm probably every time I've stood here. I understand. We understand. But we have never, ever, ever in the history of this province been faced with what we're faced with. We've never had this before. We've never had to deal with this before. And Mr. Chair, I fully understand and I really appreciate those emails. I really do appreciate these emails. And sometimes, you know, we're probably portrayed as being callous and non-concerning and not having any compassion. That's absolutely not true. I better not say it like that because next thing I'm going to be sounding like Minister of Municipal Affairs. But it's absolutely not true. It's not true. Mr. Chair, it's absolutely not true. And we understand. But Mr. Chair, one of the differences that we have to make is we have to understand. We just cannot put blinders on and pretend that it does not happen. And we can't walk away from that, Mr. Chair. We can't walk away from that. We can't walk away from our responsibilities. As a father, as a grandfather, I've had to make tough decisions in my life. There have been situations in my life I've had to make tough decisions. And I've had to deal with the tough decisions. And we are in a position now where we've got to make tough decisions. Decisions that are going to hurt people, decisions that are going to have an impact on people. We understand that. But doing nothing is going to have an impact on our children and our grandchildren. And so what right do we have as politicians or as individuals, what right do we have to enjoy services and enjoy programs and enjoy everything that we have and say, well, it's okay for us to enjoy it as long as somebody else coming after us pays for it? That's irresponsible. We have to realize that we need to chart a course for future that's not burdening our children or grandchildren. We have to understand that. And Mr. Chair, it's important for us to really come to grips with what we're challenged with. And that's part of what we're doing.